Have I been here before? Yes, I have. So why am I being led back to this place? Apparently, I forgot to do the actual recalibration. Brilliant.
Hey now.
Whoa.
Quick once over. Invasive element!
Where's our sniper rifle? Seems like the perfect opportunity to use that. I'm not seeing it offhand. There it is.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, we started out that way.
I repudiate.
Get away from me. None of that strange stuff.
magazines efficiently and in short order.
Oh, an enemy.
Briefing Camp Foresight. While I am aware that establishing a forward supply camp is not the glory some of you would hope for, this will be the only reminder I will give you that all of us serve as glorious cogs in the great machine. This camp serves as a critical link in the fence that holds the slovenly horde of greed from advancing further. If you should fall in the course of your duty, let your last thought be of your purpose to the future. While your death may be a personal loss, your sacrifice will help hold the enemy in place until the greater power of the Protectorate can be focused there. Together, we will win this war. Addendum. And never forget, should words contrary to these reach my ears, I will not hesitate to pull the speaker off the line for mental refreshment. Dissent is defeat. Blockade access codes. Well, where in the world am I supposed to get those? Interesting.
The sovereign provides, the system abides.
Ready for this
I saved these people from Raptidon attacks. Did that say sniper cloak? Yeah.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash
Personal data pad, Warden 3rd Class Preston. Yesterday, for the first time in my career, I abjectly failed the Protectorate. I was unable to find the regulations for defending a fortified position without a wall or similar barrier. I finally contacted my superior for aid, fully aware what my failures could mean, but the defense of this installation is my sworn duty. While anxiously awaiting a reply, I returned to frantically comparing as many other doctrines as I could to the present situation, in the hopes that I might find a way to apply the protocols in some way I'd not previously considered. Ultimately, I failed, as I should have expected. I finally realized that the flawless defense plan, which made us appear defenseless, is a true stroke of mastery, the likes of which is truly beyond me. Warden 3rd Class Preston. Stored items prohibited from entering the lab. Imposters equipment. 1 full standard set of security officer's uniform and armaments. 1 bundle of anti-choice propaganda. Destroyed. We captured an AC infiltrator wearing the uniform and personal accoutrements of a facility security officer. All assets were retrieved, and the individual has been detained and subsequently transported to an undesignated location for interrogation by Sentinel Stenwick, who was fortunately on site. Personal note: commendation to the Cadet Pearson for noting that the individual was carrying 111 rounds of ammunition instead of the standard 110. When questioned why the spare ammunition was not marked as retrieval material, the individual attempted to evade detainment. I have no doubt that Sentinel Stenwick was aware of the irregularity immediately, but saw an opportunity to allow Cadet Pearson to prove themselves as both an observant soldier of the garrison and a worthy subject of the Protectorate. Truly, our Sentinels are as benevolent to those loyal to the paradigm as they are unyielding in the face of threats to the Protectorate. 1 machete. After being carelessly dropped on its tip, the weapon is 0.1 millimeter too short for standard usage. Taking into consideration that the weapon was voluntarily surrendered, and this was the individual's first violation, only a minor citation for careless mishandling of equipment was issued. There was no need for further disciplinary action. Non-standard field helmet. 3 non-standard helmets for general infantry and security personnel. Several privates were observed to be wearing an obsolete type of headgear, which violates regulations 7.4.4R19.B60. It should be noted that the regulation was changed while they were in transit and have not had a chance to update their equipment. This complies with standard exemption 812 7C2B14. No disciplinary action was required. Personnel to be issued new headgear from the armory inside the Rift facility.
should be locked down and buttoned up tighter than Tristan's attitude. So where is everyone?
That's a fine question.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance is mandatory.
Mandatory? That's not good. Those are always bad news.
Prosecuting! Viscerally!
The debris of their own demise is my undoing. Like we're taking an elevator, right?
I shall not stay your execution!
Lift weapon prime!
Eggs of a thread!
Boy, that's some bad shooting. Looks like this door is locked. That was not what I meant to do. That's what I was after. Interesting. Overworked automech. Interesting.
Currently performing the tasks of 6 subjects. Active job queue maximum exceeded.
Poor guy.
Excluding additional input.
Well, we not only unlocked it, we opened it, it seems. Not sure what's beyond this door, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be exciting.
Due to an anomalous event, The interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All
What on
requests
earth
to
is
view
that?
the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
How very interesting. Wonder what on earth I'm doing. I see control panels that I can change. I make the change. Never a thought for if what I'm doing is smart or not. Okay,
I
so
can't wait to get our hands on that modulator. To be able to actually manipulate a rift? I can't believe it.
I'm rather looking forward to it myself. I'm not looking forward to encountering whomever may be guarding the thing. It's a ship. Looks like one. Okay, well, I'm encountering a lot of doors I can't go through. Except this one. It's about to shoot a statue. Arrival and departure logs. Displaying most recent entries. Arrival, Solstice. Royal Shuttle, Sun aboard. Departure, Solstice. Royal Shuttle. Bound for Sovereign Ship. Sun not aboard. Arrival, unavowed. Consul Private Shuttle. Departure, unavowed. Consul Private Shuttle. Bound for mental refreshment. Sun aboard. Bit of disciplinary action.
Listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone. Some may seek to mourn this day,
Impossible.
but it is not time for that.
This must be some kind of ploy on the consul's behalf. I don't believe it.
I smell regicide. The sovereign's certainly dead.
So dry those tears as I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge Arcadia of those who seek to harm us. We shall clench our victory and step into the prosperous future our matriarch promised.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about it too. Defensive plates. Sounds like a good deal at a decent price.
punitive action.
Trouble about. I have
Moving to safety.
Two level ups. Sound effects. Somebody's not doing well.
Back in my...
Somebody's not doing well at all. Doesn't look like the scientist has any plans to open fire on us. Okay. Okay, what sort of perks are we going to take? Okay, I think I'm going with Inspiring Commander. Suppose it's that scientist that we're hearing. Lead Researcher's Office.
There must be something here.
Howdy.
Arbiter, I know I do not have leave to access these security files, but I can assure you, my intentions are in service to the Protectorate.
At ease, subject. I've no business with you.
Then, does your arrival have something to do with the commotion I heard just now? Are we under attack by the enemy?
That's right. We're under attack.
There is no cause for concern. For you. But for your head of security, there most certainly is. This facility's defenses are a farce to the point of perfidy.
Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I recommend he be replaced until such time as his behavior has received proper scrutiny and subsequent correction.
I'd be happy to permanently correct his behavior.
Do I know you? Your voice sounds strikingly familiar.
I don't think... I mean, definitely not. You must be mistaken.
I remind you that I am in no way beholden to your recommendations, subject. Whether or not your compatriot receives correction is up to my discretion alone.
Oh, of course. Should you require further data points for your assessment, however, I would most dutifully provide them, including my version of the recent incident.
Yes, please.
Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence.
What do you think happened?
Coincidence is not causation, I know. But with recent events being what they are, it's difficult not to draw certain unpalatable theories beyond mere incompetence. Sabotage comes foremost to mind, though the perpetrator and purpose remain a mystery. If only Valancourt was not at permanent cross-purposes with me.
Can I help?
You are in the company of an arbiter, so perhaps you can be trusted. Whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding Protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here.
I'm surprised you Protectorate aren't more flexible, given the mental gymnastics you do.
Aren't you clever? Well, I too am clever. For instance, I've already deduced a means for achieving access to the restricted wing. Should you be willing to assist me?
What did you mean when you said you've expanded beyond the use of the prototype?
That is privileged information.
Then privilege me with it.
Some things I cannot divulge, even under pain of death. This is one of them. All I can say is that the prototype is just that. A proof of concept rendered in miniature. Back to the topic at hand. Do we have an accord? Or do you intend to make further errors in judgment by rejecting my help?
Further errors in judgment. That's a great way to befriend me, I'm telling you. Okay, willing to try it if you are.
The prototype rift modulator is currently in interstitial hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing.
Any last
Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within.
Sounds good. Thank you. Sorry for the gun. It's a habit.
We can't be expected to sleep in these conditions.
Better than bivouacking on Cloister.
That's somebody.
The console provides, the system abides.
Okay.
Malefactor ahead.
With what's over?
None shall stand against us!
Bettering position!
No. Like the scientist got caught in the crossfire somehow. Okay. Well, I don't know that I can go so far as to say it's okay. It's not as bad as it might be.
Calling to us. There's something inside it that wants to come out. You can all hear that, right?
We can hear it making noise, that's for sure. Hi. Don't run up on me. Good grief. Hi.
That scum. That miserable scum. To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the Sovereign. I shall not rest until the Consul pays for his treachery and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated.
Now, does this make you an outcast?
A protectorate led by the Consul is no protectorate at all. They are the outcasts, not I.
Fair enough.
I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed.
Fair enough.
I hope that is true, though I do appreciate the vote of confidence. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
Perfected. Our paradigm is ironclad.
Okay. Always have to buy my picks.
The Rift Anomaly Modulator. Oh, they still my heart. To interact with the Rift will be the perfection.
Interesting. Prototype Rift Device. The Prototype Rift Device is a mysterious tool built by the Protectorate to study and stabilize rifts. To use, approach and interact with a rift to temporarily stabilize it, revealing objects consumed by the rift.
The Prototype Rift Modulator has been removed without proper authorization.
I don't see objects per se. I see what looks like some sort of a broken pathway.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the Rift Modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center, aided and abetted by one of our very own arbiters, no less. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far.
You must be Valancourt. I heard you're a piece of shit.
A crude assessment and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage?
If you're asking, you don't know your people well enough.
Act glib if you like. All you've done is illustrate the need for more invasive auditing of my personnel. I'll be sure to inform them of your role in that unpleasantness. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you.
Not if I deal with you first.
Does such bravado normally advance your agenda?
Doesn't
so
hurt.
Be it. We can forgo civilities. I will await you in the hangar. There, bullets may fly more freely than words.
Stand ready. Our foes are close.
Closer at hand.
Never to be outshone. Our colony, Arcadia. Our home.
I shall not stay your execution!
My ability to miss is astonishing. I guess we're going through that door. Not yet, anyway. How you doing? I didn't figure you'd have much to say. Well, we've been through there. This console appears to control various security apparatuses around the lab. An error message on the screen denotes the following. Console activation requires all nearby electrical switches to be powered on. Security room maintenance log. Daily tasks. Install private security cache. Update electrical and hangar. Double check restrictions on the critical experimentation wing. Additional notes. Order for the new cache came from Valancourt himself. Wanted to ask why, but the chief didn't seem in the mood to field questions. Something read on his terminal certainly seems to have spoiled his day. Cache can only be opened by enabling the middle power switch alone. Should be easier for the chief to remember. Don't forget to have lunch. A hungry subject is a worse subject. Well, now they're all in the wrong position, it seems. IRC security console. The console appears to control various security apparatuses around the lab. Yes, we read this. So we're going to disable the lockdown contingencies. Lockdown contingencies for the Rift Containment Lab have been taken offline. Consequently, RRC Automechanical Security Forces will be unable to gain entry to the lab during a lockdown. Okay.
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
Oh, that's one approach.
Cut above the average. Grenade! Eviction or euthanasia? Their choice.
I love those choices.
Grenade? Away! Rebound! Sustain the system. Appreciate protectorate craftsmanship. Heading forward.
Rift residue, an uncommon material for crafting at workbenches.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed, broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including the potential to restore this information, albeit imperfectly. I expect the Sovereign will be most pleased. I'm scheduled to meet with him later today to discuss my findings more in depth. Note to self, impress upon the Sovereign the risks of this research, lest he insist on attending the next demonstration.
Welcome, Dr. Hurley. On the nature of rifts. Experiments are ongoing to further determine the nature and complexity of the information stored within the rifts themselves. It has been theorized that people who have been engulfed by the rifts cannot be said to have truly perished, as everything about them is instantaneously converted to raw information. However, and this cannot be overemphasized, information stored in the rift is purely abstract data. We have found no evidence that any consciousness survives. Were it otherwise, I cannot imagine a worse fate than to be so deconstructed while retaining any level of awareness. Research update. We are continuing to build upon the research begun at Horizon Point Station and making splendid progress. The Sovereign is pleased, and a happy Sovereign makes for happy work. Still, I cannot help wondering how much further along we would now be if we'd take advantage of the Order's minds before they became corrupted by seditious thoughts. Prior to the schism, I had believed it impractical to exclude the Order in this research, but it was evidently the correct choice, given their presiding bishop's perfidy. Alas for science. To Dr. Sophia Hurley, subject off-site experiments. Dr. Hurley, I found some concerning evidence that further rift experimentation may be taking place off-site. Do you know anything about this? Can we meet to discuss? You once advised me to never ignore aberrant data. and so I feel it would be remiss if I did not express my concerns. Respectfully, Junior Researcher Park. This message has been deleted by user VillainCart A. Comment. We have a chain of command for a reason, Dr. Hurley. If you have concerns about my regulatory methods, you may bring them to me directly next time. And contrary to what you asserted in this pedantic complaint, I do have this lab and its researchers' best interests at heart. Fortunately for us both, wouldn't you agree? Chief VillainCart. So I guess this is our next stop. Can't go to the other floors, so it's floor 2.
Never seemed especially perturbed. You know what Buddha always says. Frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon?
There we go.
Temperaments can hide in plain sight.
Enemy spotted.
The console provides, the system abides.
Really? I don't believe there's a silencer on this thing.
Don't be reluctant to unfold any risks you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Good decision to disable these machines. There is no glory to be found fighting constantly.
Do you suppose there's been another...
Mediating! Lethally!
Moving to safety.
Pushing ahead!
Sorry about that.
I repudiate all
Unleash my might upon them!
A good neighbor! Ammunition depleted!
Another tossball card. Well, let's see. Came in through there with a couple of cowering scientists. That's the main hangar where the conflict awaits.
Too clean for my taste. Makes you wonder what he's hiding.
Hey, there's the access card. Protectorate of Arcadia. RC Head of Security, Private Terminal. Welcome, Valancourt A. Please select from the following. From the Office of the Consul, subject Rift Incident. Security Chief Valancourt, did you suffer some kind of cerebral trauma after taking command of that facility? It is not enough that I shield you from the endless complaints levied against you by your underlings. Now must I also contend with this indiscriminate attempt on the Sovereign's life? You were a fine sentinel, and it is for that reason alone that I have not submitted for recommendation to have you refreshed for this embarrassment. Never presume to act in my name without my authorization again. This is your only warning. Incident logs. Mannequins. There was a minor quibble between a few of my bright sparks over how to tag out the mannequins for a recent Destructibles test. Some were obviously offended by the use of order vestments, though they tried to hide it. I resolved the issue by firmly reminding them that the Order is our sworn enemy now. I also warned them that should I see similar reactions again, I would replace one of the mannequins with a live subject. Ha! That certainly got their attention. Hurley. I was forced to administer another formal reprimand to Dr. Hurley. Firstly, for catching her nosing around outside the restricted wing again, and the second for the venom she spat at me as I escorted her back to her office. Quite the tongue on that one. I wonder if she would be amenable to dinner, provided I'm not forced to dispatch her for insubordination before then. Interesting. He likes her. Well, let's see. Oh, we missed a few drinks.
They never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lacked.
Mysterious component. Well, that's odd.
You have been my family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
What on earth is this? Standard IRC chem set. state-of-the-art chem set that has clearly seen a lot of use. You may be able to combine the chemicals present to create something useful. Chemicals mixed. By combining the correct chemicals, you succeed in making a common protectorate drug that definitely won't cause internal bleeding once ingested. Probably. Yep. Hi.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first.
Should he ever amass the courage to confront me in the flesh, I shall deal with him as I see fit.
Of course. An arbiter's judgment is always sound.
I also have the key card and it can investigate that restricted wing now.
Matriarch's blessings on you. Let's not waste time then. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator, so we can begin searching for clues. There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfigurating matter that claimed my arm. Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene that could lead us to the evidence we need.
Reconstituted rift generator. This badly damaged rift generator has been reconstituted by your prototype rift device. Investigate the cause of the failure. The nature of rifted matter has made it difficult to discern much of what caused the accident. So we'll use this mysterious component. As you suspected, the mysterious component discovered amongst Valancourt's confiscated items perfectly slots into the rift generator. Without the component, too much static discharge would have generated within moments of turning the rift generator on, inevitably triggering a small explosion. You've learned all you can from this piece of evidence. Rifted experiment components. It seems this uncommonly small mannequin and children's toy were staged as part of this experiment. However, nothing here indicates how the accident happened or who was responsible. Reassembled note. A certain part must be removed from the rift generator prior to today's demonstration for safety reasons. I've enclosed an image of the part in question. Make sure it's done discreetly. I do not want to hear from any of the scientists that you pestered them with questions in the midst of preparations. Chief Valancourt. Rifted experimental components. The adult mannequin is wearing a necklace engraved with the date and the following inscription: "Forever together, under the sun, HV." Not much more can be gained. Well, I think we've pretty much gathered all the evidence we can from these.
You've discovered something?
Valancourt ordered his men to mess with the experiment. This accident was sabotage.
I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. The man cannot defecate without humming a protectorate anthem.
Yeah, he may have misinterpreted orders.
For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else?
This was an assassination attempt on the Sovereign.
I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished popularity since the war began, but I scarcely trusted their veracity. That any subject should commit such an abominable offense against the Matriarch's own blood? It is nigh impossible to fathom. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them.
This vital part was removed from the rift generator arm. This must have caused the failure.
How did this go unnoticed during final checks? This is surely why the rift destabilized on us. You've provided more evidence than I could have hoped for. Thank you.
So what do you think?
Valancourt must have sought to curry favor with the Consul by eliminating the Sovereign and making space for the Consul to step into power. He sabotaged the machine, hoping the rift would perform his dirty work for him, and left me to suffer the repercussions. Chief Valancourt is an obvious threat to the values we hold so dear, and thus a traitor to this great protectorate. Do you not agree, Arbiter?
This evidence is insurmountable. Valancourt must answer for his crimes.
Then let us go and confront him, now.
Yeah, should she come with us?
I hear your cry for justice, subject, but arbitrations have had a knack for becoming violent since the invasion. For your safety, you must remain here.
Yes, Arbiter. As you say, Valancourt is unlikely to provide conversation before slipping you a bullet, so I recommend slipping him one first. Be ready to fight and give him no quarter. When it's done, return to me. Erstwhile, I will be doing my ample best not to chew through my nail beds.
All right then. Kinetic pulse redistributor, light fortifications. Now we got a mech there. I do not see Valancourt. Oh, there he is. He's in front of this vicious looking device. Notice of disciplinary review. Personal notice assigned to Valancourt detailing an impending disciplinary review. Well, that's not surprising.
Merit study?
Prosecuting!
Unfriendly company. Or not.
That's an exit. So what does this thing have? Pretty much the normal machinery stuff. Another rift to deal with, it seems. Turret disabled. This turret's protocols are set to shoot all non-security personnel, but it's currently disabled. Well, I think that's how we should leave it. I guess we will go back and talk to our scientist friend and let her know he's been dealt with. This way? Yeah.
You've discovered something.
Yeah, he was in trouble already.
I knew it. I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless, my name is cleared and you deserve a reward for your efforts.
Let this serve as a lesson. Not everyone outside the Protectorate is your enemy.
I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Murdering? Not exactly how I'd describe what happened.